This is exclusive updates with another Vitaly update. And so it looks like he had made his way back to the U.S. as I expected he would do. I didn't know he was going to be able to pull it off so easily and so quickly, though, because it looks like basically he wants to be in the U.S. I mean, he was born in Russia, but he spent a lot of time growing up in the U.S. since probably like an adolescence or something. So I believe his mom's up here as well in the U.S. So yeah, he found his way right back to the U.S. with no issues. He did an interview with Aiden Ross, and they discussed his conditions while in that Philippines jail.
Good morning, Vitaly. I have a present for you. Enjoy, mate. Every day, same shit. Look at that. Tuna and rice. I only eat the rice. Lunch of champions, breakfast of champions, whatever you want to call it. I miss my mom, homemade cooking. I miss steak. Every day, same shit.
Just landed in Russia. It's minus 34 Celsius. And your boy is headed to the front lines. I'm free, baby! Just landed in Russia.
But tell me, bro, about that experience, bro.
I'm not gonna talk too much about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, not in trouble.
Yo, I gotta shave you.
I had a phone the whole time. I had a phone the whole time in jail. I vlogged the whole experience, and I'm gonna expose the corruption. And every corruption. But you pay the guard, you're good to go. And yeah.
How'd you get a phone?
What do you mean, how did I get a phone? I just got a bro. You can do anything. Money talks in Philippines, but
okay. Wait, an iPhone or Samsung?
No, Chinese Hanoi or something. Said Chinese shit. No, but I got served 6 months. I can tell you, I got served 6 months, and then four months to deportation.
Yeah.
And there's people there. I'm gonna talk about it later, but there's people there that overstay their visas for like 30 days, but they've been in detention for 10 years because they're not fortunate enough to get a lawyer.
Did you think it was over for you at one point?
They hit me with 24 years. I kind of laughed. I'm like, yeah, right. But the more I spent there, it was crazy. First 3 months, bro, I was in isolation.
Solitary.
A cage room, 35 degrees Celsius, no ventilation, rats, cockroaches, and just sweating tits all day. Just shower after shower, buckets. That's all, bro. Been wiping my shit with my hand, no toilet paper.
Huh?
It's a new thing, bro. I'm gonna save some money on toilet paper now.
Bro, I'm so sorry. So what's 35 Celsius?
Chow, you know, 35 Celsius, what is that? Like
what is 35 Celsius? 95 degrees?
Every single day. Dry season, baby. A hot Filipino, bro. I was screaming like this. Can I have some water? My arm out of the cage. Guards sometimes like, nah, you're good, like this. I had to faint, pretend I passed out to get some water.
Did you have any crazy incidents in there? Like any stuff? Like
No crazy. Chinese were crazy. Chinese are dude, that was crazy. They were just fighting, beating each other up with sticks.
What exactly did you do?
I got charged with 3 charges of disturbing the peace. 1 theft for the fan. They charged me with that, walking the fan.
What did you do?
I took an industrial fan from the restaurant and I walked it 15 feet away from the restaurant.
Again, you made a mistake. Look, I'll be real.
But bro, they charged me with disturbing the peace. Ready? It's for each count. It's 30 days, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? It wasn't enough for them. You know what they hit me after with?
What?
Cybercrime, because I filmed it 6 months.
Well, why did you do that? Be honest, you regret it, right?
Absolutely not, because it's an experience. I spent 10 months in jail. I am who I am. I read so many business books. I got so much smarter. But I don't want to talk about what I did in Philippines. Not a lot of people know what I did in Philippines before. Have you seen what I did? I was on a world tour helping people.
So Vitaly is saying that he brought some footage back from the Philippines. He said he had a phone while in the jail. And that was after doing some hard time in the hole, though. Sounds like he was in the hole for a majority of the time. And he was in inhumane conditions in that hole. Sounds like he was in the dark. It was very hot. I think it was like 98 degrees pretty much in that hole. And he had no access to water. He had no tissue. And he had no, like, anything really. He was just in that hole and forgotten about it, probably. Feel like, I mean, that would have been quite an experience I don't even want to think about. Because yeah, he made it through that though, and then they eventually let him back to the general population area. That looked a lot better, but it looked kind of like, you know, the conditions looked a lot more suitable for human life. But like you said, I mean, there was rats all over the place, especially in that hole, and it wasn't the best looking jail, I mean, compared to an American jail. So looks like there was clothes all over the place hanging up to dry, and I don't know, I mean, he pretty much said he got that phone because he had, sounds like he had gave one of the guards money. I don't know where he would have got money from, but somehow he was able to convince the guards to give him a phone. Sounds like it was some type of foreign phone that he had in there. But he said he documented pretty much everything in that jail, and he's going to be releasing his documentary and showing the world the conditions that he was living in while in that jail. And I don't know what conditions he really thought he was going to be living in. I mean, when you're in prison, that's not really up to you, you know, what conditions. But I guess if it's super inhumane, then I guess it would be something where people would have to maybe look into it and kind of see what comes of it, if there's some type of human rights violations or anything like that going on. Because I mean, even prisoners, well, especially in America, they're not really supposed to be kept in super inhumane conditions. It's not supposed to be a pleasant place to be, but at the same time, you know, they still supposed to get fed and, you know, I don't know. I mean, certain conditions you're supposed to be able to have while even incarcerated. So sounded like that was a pretty unhappy stay for Vitaly, and you know, as expected, he had to spend that time in there because of his behavior down there. So I mean, I don't know how much sympathy you would have for him being in those conditions, but it's information, I guess, to know. I mean, most people aren't going to go to another country and act a fool like that. You would try your best, you would think, to obey any rules. I mean, common sense would be to just try to stay out of trouble. You know, if you're out of town, I mean, not out of town, but if you're out of the country, you know, your best bet would be to just, you know, basic principles of life, common sense principles would probably keep you out of jail. You know, it's not that hard to not break laws, you know, especially if you're not really trying to bother anybody or anything like that. It sounds like the time he got for disturbing the peace wasn't as much as the time he got for the cybercrime part, where they're saying since he filmed it down there, that was a big deal. You know, they added like 6 months to his sentence just for filming it. Ultimately, like I said, they're trying to give him like 24 years or something. And, you know, I wonder if he kind of paid his way out of jail, because I know he probably had access to some money in his bank account. You know, he's probably like, okay, I can get the money to you, you know, and he probably, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he bought his way out of jail, because 6ix9ine had a similar situation. Some years ago, he was in a Dominican Republic jail, and he was looking at some heavy time there. And then all of a sudden he was out within a couple months. And I was suspecting that he probably paid his way out of jail, you know, because in those foreign countries that are, you know, they're not really a power country. They're not like a major country. So I don't know. I mean, I suspect that you're probably able to get your way out of jail if you buy your way out of jail. That's just what I always suspected in those places where, you know, you give them some American money and they'll let you go. And so, I don't know, that's just kind of what I suspect. But Vitaly said he's going to expose that footage to the world. There's already a channel that's uploading Vitaly's prison footage already that I caught. So, I mean, I don't know if it's his official channel or not, but somebody's uploading some of his footage from prison. There's only one video up so far, but I think he's really trying to put together a documentary to really show the corruption. And now that he's free, I mean, he's back in America, and yeah, he did that quicker than I expected. It's like right away. First plane he caught right back to America, and he's back in the U.S. now and trying to get his career back together. Sounds like he's trying to get his streaming thing going again. And, you know, that's just what he's known for. And that's what got him in that mess, was pulling that streaming stuff he pulls in America out in a foreign country. I guess he didn't realize. How did you not realize that other countries aren't going for that? I think he thought you could go anywhere and pull that stuff he pulls up here, those stunts, and, you know, just disturbing everybody, filming it. He just probably thought that everywhere was like America, I guess. How could you think that, though? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how he didn't know this was going to be an issue for him to pull those antics out there in a foreign country like that, like the Philippines. So, well, he sure learned his lesson. So, I mean, the conditions in his jail just looks pretty terrible, even in the general population area. I mean, I know the whole area was probably way worse, but just being down there in prison, or any foreign prison, just seems like a horrible thing to have to go through. So, I mean, I guess he's gonna have his opportunity now to get his life back together, and we'll see what he has on the way for us in the future. So yeah, this has been Exclusive Updates. Leave a like. Let's get about 100 likes on this video, if you don't mind. Also, make sure you follow me on social media and everything like that. Make sure you subscribe. Links are in the comment section and description box. I'm out.